Tai Chi is an ancient practice which has been modified from defensive movements to create a gentle gathering and releasing of energy, or Qi. Warriors during the Ming Dynasty discovered the calming effects of slower movements and gentle breathing techniques prior to entering into battle. Those who practice the movements on a regular basis become aware of a marked improvement in balance, core strength, hip flexibility, and overall well-being. Traditional Tai Chi can be used as a daily form of exercise and can be performed by individuals of all ages, as well as those with physical limitations. Students beginning their Tai Chi practice often report feelings of uncertainty in regards to their ability to learn and practice the forms. Throughout their training, they discover their own inner strength and ability to master the gentle flow of the movements. Students in a Tai Chi class may be at varying levels of ability. As with any form of exercise, it is important to talk with your doctor before beginning a Tai Chi program. Hi, I'm Tracy Foreman with Aging Partners Health and Fitness. Joining me today is Teresa Stellick. She's one of the students in the Tai Chi class, and she's been practicing Tai Chi about a year, so happy to have her joining us today. We're going to show you the 24 forms of Tai Chi, and what we're practicing today is called the Yang style of Tai Chi. So we'll do the first 12 in this half-hour session, and we want to begin with a warm-up. With all forms of exercise, you should begin with a warm-up, and ask your doctor about doing this form of exercise or any other form before you start. Now we want to begin with that warm-up, and so let's go ahead and relax our joints. We're going to soften our knees just a little bit here, and then we're going to sink down into it just a little bit. We want everything relaxed. Make sure your arms are loose and comfortable. Shoulders are up, back, and down, comfortable, and you're in good alignment, head, neck, and spine in alignment. Let's just begin with swinging our arms. Let's start the warm-up here. Get those arms moving. Get those legs bouncing. Remember, your knees will serve as your shock absorbers throughout the 24 forms. Now let's take the swing of our arms side to side and lift one foot, the opposite foot of the direction that we're moving our arms. Lifting and lowering. Next, let's move to what's called a Tai Chi twist. Arms are loose, twisting that spine a little bit. Have a nice feeling stretch. Breathe through it. One of the fundamentals of Tai Chi is to continue to breathe. Don't hold your breath. Okay, let's settle into our knees here and lift our left arm up. Bring it up. If you're watching me, I'm raising my right, yes, but if you're mirroring, you'll be raising your left. And bring it down. Now raising your right arm, left arm up. I want you to inhale. I believe you are on your right side. Inhale it up. And drop it down. Now let's bring both arms up. Inhale. And bring them down. Exhale. One more time. Up, inhale. And down. Exhale. We're going to do something called pluck the orchid. So we're going to take our toes out just a little bit and lunge over to the side and pluck and pull. Imagine that you're plucking and pulling an orchid. Pluck and pull. Transferring weight side to side. And let's take it to the other side. Pluck and pull. This is a nice stretch for those calves, those hamstrings, those quad muscles in your legs. And one more that we'll do to work our lower body. It's called raise stone from sea. Keeping your head up, drop down. Imagine that you're grabbing a large stone and raising it and releasing. Exhale on the way down and inhale up. Remember, proper breathing is important. As you do the forms, we both inhale and exhale through our nose. And let's do one more down and bring it up. Very good. Just a couple of balance moves before we get started with our forms. Balance is something that we're going to be working on improving as we go through the forms. So let's just start with a stop sign move. Bring one hand up and then drop it and look at the other hand. Side to side. You can see why this is called stop signs. Side to side. Very good. Now this next one is going to compromise your balance just a little bit more, and if you need to keep a chair close by, please do so. When your toe is forward, your arms will be back. When your foot is backward, your arms will be forward. So toe in front, arms back, foot in back, arms forward. Keep that going. Just practicing these warm-ups can greatly improve your balance. If you do it on a regular basis, let's go ahead and switch it to the other side. When your foot is back, your arms are forward. When your foot is forward, your arms are back. Let's do one more. And I think we're ready to begin with the forms of Tai Chi. When we're doing what's called a Tai Chi walk, we start with soft knees and place your hands either on your hips, at your sides, or at the small of your back, wherever you're most comfortable. We're going to start with just a step out, heel down, and then roll into it. You can see that your knee bends, but you don't want your knee to go too far over your toes. So if you look down and you can't see your toes, you need to back it up just a little bit. And then we rock it back, turn your foot forward, and step up to it. Now that's a forward Tai Chi step. Let's take a backward step here. Step back, toes down first, and then roll back down onto your foot and bring your toes back. Let's step back a couple more here. Step back, roll down, bring your toes back, step back again, roll it down. You see how the weight change occurs. You are 50-50 at this point, and then you push back with your right foot and bring it back to your left. Let's take one more step back. There we are. And now let's go to a forward Tai Chi walk. Heel down first, then toe. Rock into it. Now rock it back, turn your foot forward and step up to it. Step right, roll into it. Now we're going to go through the forms with me facing you, and then I'll turn around and do them from the back so you can see what they look like from the back. So let's take one more forward, rock it back, and come up. We begin now with the first form, which is called Wuji stance, and it really isn't one of the 24 forms, but it is the beginning and the end of the 24 form Tai Chi movements. So we begin with our feet almost together, and we want to find our posture. That means head, neck, and spine in alignment, shoulders up, back, and down. Head is relaxed on your shoulders, and let's take a deep breath here. Inhale down into your abdomen, and then up through the diaphragm and into the chest. And on the exhale, slowly step it out to the left. Now you're facing the camera, and we'll do this with our backs to the camera in just a little bit here. Inhale halfway up, and exhale down. Switch your weight to the right leg. Now, I'm holding a ball right now, and what that means is your ball of energy. Between every movement, we hold our ball, or that ball of energy. So if we step to the left and we end on the left side, our left hand will be on top. When we step to the right, our right hand will be on top. When we turn to the left and end on the left, our left hand will be on top. And you'll see what I mean as we go through the forms. So we've done Wu-Ji stance, we've taken our deep breath, and we've gone into form 1, which is hold a ball. We step left now to part the wild horse's mane. We're going to let our right hand float down to our right hip, and our left hand comes up just a little ways. Now we rock back with our weight coming back onto our right foot. Left foot is lifting, and then we come up to it, step up to it with our right foot, and left hand now is on top of the ball because we just ended on that side. Now let's step out on the right, heel down first, separate your hands, and rock that one back. Now one more, we're going to step forward. There are 3 of these part the wild horse's mane. Step it forward left. Don't rock back this time, just step right up to it. Now the left hand is on top of the ball, but you're going to switch your weight now to the right foot and touch your left toe out. As your left hand drops down, your right hand comes up, and we do what's called the white crane, spreading its wings. And then the left hand comes up and across, and the right hand comes up. Now that left toe is touching out. We're going to pull it back right now for just a second, and then step it out left and brush your left knee. We'll need to move back a little bit here because we're going to be stepping forward. So keep your leg forward. We've brushed across our left knee. Now let's rock that back and come up. Keep your hands moving in that kind of windmill fashion. Step forward right. Brush the right knee. Rock it back. Step forward left. Brush the left knee. Don't rock it back this time. On the third, you don't rock back. Step up to it. Now your left hand is on top of the ball here. Switch weight to your right foot again and stick your left heel out and turn your right foot so your hips are facing the direction you started, forward. And we're going to play the guitar now. From play the guitar, you can see why they call it that. It almost looks more like play the harp. But play the guitar, we open right up into what's called repulse the monkey. Funny names. We're going to pull it back, step your left foot back, and now we turn and open up to a T the other direction. Step it back. There are actually 5 of these. Here's 3. Step it back. Here's 4. And last one. Here's our 5th one. So you face forward again, hold the ball, right hand on top of the ball, right foot is where your weight is centered now. You're going to step left to part the wild horse's mane again, that one we did in our second form, and then move right into grasp the peacock's tail. So pull it back, rock into a lot of rock backs with Tai Chi. Push away, turn it back to the front, hold your ball. Now let's do it to the right, part the wild horse's mane. Come up to grasp the peacock's tail, rock it back, push away, rock back again, push away, come back to the front. Now we move our left foot back to the right. Weight is on our right foot, and we do what's called a single whip now. So you create the hook with your top hand. Some people say it's like holding a mouse's tail or holding a hook, whatever you want to call it. Create your hook here. The bottom hand, the left hand is on top, is on the bottom of the ball, but you're going to move it around as you step left and do what's called single whip. You see, I picked up my right foot and turned it and set it down. Now I'm going to pick my right foot up again, turn back, but I'm not going to bring my left foot all the way back yet until I bring my right hand down, left hand up, and then pull my left foot back and move right into wave hands like clouds. This is one of the hardest moves to learn because it's hard to remember what to do with our feet and our hands. We're moving to the left, and as we go to the left, we're looking in our left hand, and our right hand wipes the table. Now that was 4. We just did 4 of those, and now we're going to come back to hold a ball here. We'll move into what's called our second single whip, creating your hook here, turn into it, same as that first one. Now we're going to step up to it and let our hands float down. So here we move into what's called the high pat on horse, and we're going to step forward with our left foot. If you can imagine your hands coming up and over a horse's head here, but we're going to step our right foot forward and just set it down, high pat on horse. And now look at the positioning of my feet here. You can see that my left foot is forward at a slight angle, my right foot is back. Now I'm going to pull my right foot forward and just touch. Now, you have just seen the first 12 forms of Tai Chi. What we're going to do is go through it again from the beginning, and then we'll turn our backs and go through the first 12 forms together so you can see and follow a little easier. But let's go ahead and begin from our commencing form, and I'll move so we have enough space here. We'll begin at commencing form, or Wuji stance, we call it. So standing with your spine straight, let's inhale. And on the exhale, step it out. Float your arms up on the inhale. And as your arms sink down on the exhale, step over to the right leg, right hand on top of the ball. Step left to part the wild horse's mane with a rock back. See, I keep coming back to the ball. Step right with a rock back, right hand on top of the ball, left hand on the bottom. Step left one more time. Now step up to it, and we move to white crane spreading its wings. Across, across, and then touch your left toe back, and then step it right out, brush knee, rock back. Here we are again, brush knee, rock back. One more time, brush knee, and now step up to it this time and move right in to play that guitar. Turn your right foot forward so you can open right into Repulse the Monkey. Again, there are 5 of these. Remember to open your arms into a T each time you turn. There's 3. Here's 4. And there's 5. Come back to hold your ball for just a second here, and then step left to part the wild horse's mane. Then here we go into grasp the peacock's tail. Push away, pull back, push away, and then turn your hands and your left foot forward. Now hold a ball, left hand on top, step right to part the wild horse's mane. Pull down and across. Push away, rock back, push away. Last time, turn your right foot forward, hold the ball, right hand on top. We move into our first single whip by creating that hook at the top. Turn to your left, sink down with your right foot. Pick up your right foot, turn it back, drop your right hand down, left hand comes across, left foot comes in, move right into wave hands like clouds. We'll take a little smaller steps here. There's 4 of these. 3. Here's our 4th. And 4. Now on this last one, we prepare to move into our second single whip, creating that hook with your right hand. Turn into it, settle down with your right foot, and then step up to it. Hands float down, and we're going to step forward again with that left foot, high pat on horse. Step up and step touch, and then we're ready to move into the second half of the forms, but now we're going to do it with our backs turned to you. So you can actually follow along on the right side, the correct side. So let's begin. And Teresa, if you want to move back here. We begin in what we call Wuji stance. And that is, again, finding your posture. We're doing the dance here. We find our posture. Spine is straight, deep inhale. And on the exhale, we step out. And then we inhale halfway up. Exhale down. You should be standing now on your right leg with your right hand on top of the ball. Let's step left to part the wild horse's mane. And then step right. And then step left. Step up to it to white crane spreading its wings. And then remember, we step that left foot back, step it out left, brush knee. Brush knee. And last, brush knee. Step up to it, and let's play the guitar. Now we're going to open up into repulse the monkey. Bring it back. And last one. Now we, part the wild horse's mane and then grasp the peacock's tail. Brush it back. Bring it forward. Let's take it to the right. And bring it up to grasp the peacock's tail. Push away. We do our first single whip here, turn into it, single whip. Now turn it back, but don't bring your foot all the way back until now. And now we move into wave hands like clouds. Watching your left hand as it moves left. 3. And 4. We hold our ball. And then our second single whip here, this time we don't turn back to the front, we step up to it. We switch our weight to our right leg and let our hands float down and step forward with your left foot. And then we step touch. And then we bring our leg back. And we are through the first 12 forms of Tai Chi. Now, it's always good at the very end to cool down a little bit. And let's go ahead and just rock side to side. Cool down. Let's begin to add the arms. The forms are confusing. It's hard to remember which hand goes on top and which way your feet are moving and which direction to turn your head. But with time and practice, you'll start to perfect the forms. Let's do our Tai Chi twist. Hopefully you feel good, you feel warmed up, you feel your balance improving already. And let's swing those arms forward. In part 2, we'll begin with the 13th form of Tai Chi, and we'll do all of the forms together so you can see how they look together. And so as we get through our first 12 forms, go easy on yourself. Don't worry about getting it down. It'll take some time. Everybody has to practice. Would you agree, Teresa? Yes. Teresa's, as I said, been doing it about a year. I've been doing Tai Chi for a little over 5 years, so go easy on yourself. And thank you for joining us today, and stay tuned for part 2. Thank you.